I didn't train for this 50 miler this year, the last 3 months. I trained for this 50 miler for the last 10 years. And I didn't know that I was going to run a 50 miler 10 years ago, but I knew that this was kind of the distance running was one of those things that really intrigued me. I got into a lot of books about mountaineering and kind of those endurance efforts where guys would go climb Mount Everest or K2 and spend 2 or 3 days in a row of climbing and really pushing the limits of, you know, the altitude, what you're eating, the effort, all of those things combined. And I really loved that management aspect of it. And so for me, the training for this wasn't about going out and running 100 miles a week or 50 miles a week or even 30 miles a week. I think my Strava told me literally the day before, it gave me my recap for October, and I'd run 47 total miles in the month prior to the 50 miler. So what, we gotta sign in, drop our gear off, and then run. It's a pretty simple game plan. I'm not really nervous before these sorts of things because the worst thing that happens is I don't finish and someone drives me back to the finish line. It's like what am I nervous about that day?
Hey, morning. Which race? 50 miler.
I think it's more like eagerness to get going.
Thank you.
50 miles. That's right. You heard it correct.
See, VIP parking, man.
Shit. The scene when you got there at the race was pretty incredible. It's pitch black. We got there at maybe 5:15, 5:30 in the morning. You see everyone walking around with their headlamps on and their buff like headbands on and all these things and their cool Patagonia tech jacket, and you start to get in the mood. You're like, this is our scene. These are our people. I've run the New York Marathon in Boston and Chicago, and it's so formal and it's very, very organized, and it's great. I mean, that's why those races are what they are. That's why they can handle 40 or 50,000 people. But when you're only doing with a couple hundred, and you can kind of joke around about this day that's going to be this real battle, it's kind of fun. How you doing, Nick Lunger?
Oh, really? Are you getting up to Kenny's number right now?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, Nick.
Yep.
Okay. There you go, sir. Good luck.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Great, thank you. When you go and you Google big trail races like the Hard Rock in Western States, and those are obviously 100-mile races, but all of them start with this very kind of whimsical headlamps on and everyone in the dark and everything, and I've never had that before.
You got a pro bar.
I've had early starts, but this one was, you know, like I said, you're standing there and like your breath is going in the headlamp and you hear the bagpipe and you're like, I feel like fucking Braveheart right now. It's just great.